All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're time traveling a bit, all the way to 2026, to talk about a machine that's already got people buzzing, the MacBook Pro, supposedly powered by a brand new M5 Max chip. Now, the big question we're asking is pretty simple. Is this just the next step up, or is it something else entirely? A machine that could totally redefine the game for creators? And this, right here, is the heart of the matter. I mean, we all remember the moment Apple dropped the M1, right? It sent a shockwave through the entire industry. So the question is the M5 Max about to do that all over again? Let's dig in and see if the hype is actually real. So just imagine it. It's 2026, Apple's on stage, and they've just pulled the wraps off their latest Pro laptop. From the outside, yeah, it probably looks pretty familiar. But inside, it's a completely different beast. We're going to unpack exactly what makes this machine tick. And we're starting right at its very core, the silicon. Okay, let's get to the good stuff, the M5 Max breakdown. This is where we go way beyond the marketing claims and really look at the raw architecture to understand the power, the performance, and honestly, the mind-blowing potential packed into this one little chip. You know, it really boils down to three key pillars. First, you've got this next-gen 3-nanometer architecture. All that means is they've packed way more transistors in, which translates to more speed and more efficiency. Second, an enhanced neural engine. This is a huge one. It promises a massive leap for on-device AI, making stuff that used to take forever feel totally instant. And finally, a new dynamic power efficiency core, which is just a smart way of managing power so you get that peak performance without absolutely torching your battery life. Now let's put some numbers to it because this is where the story gets really wild. Just look at this comparison to the M4 Max, which is already a powerhouse. Yeah, we're seeing more CPU and GPU cores, and that's great, but look at the truly staggering figures. The neural engine jumps from 2 times faster to 5 times faster. And the memory bandwidth? That's what lets you juggle huge video files and complex 3D scenes without breaking a sweat. We are not talking about small yearly bumps here. This is a massive, foundational shift in power. And if you're going to remember just one number from all of this, let it be this one, a projected 40% boost in overall AI and machine learning performance. So what does that actually feel like? Well, for a video editor, it's like having an AI assistant color grading your footage in real time. For a developer, it's compiling massive amounts of code almost instantly. See, this isn't just about being faster, it's about being smarter. Of course, a chip this powerful doesn't just exist in its own little bubble. So let's zoom out a bit and look at how the M5 Max could seriously shake up the entire tech industry, and why this matters way beyond just the world of Apple. This right here nails the fundamental difference in how computers are made. On one side, you've got Apple's whole philosophy. The M5 Max chip, the operating system, the physical laptop, they're all designed together from the ground up. The result is just insane optimization. On the other side, you've got the modular PC world. It gives you tons of flexibility for sure, but you can also run into these weird bottlenecks where your super fast processor is waiting on your graphics card, or vice versa. The M5 Max, well, it's the ultimate poster child for Apple's all-in-one approach. And here's what that could mean in the real world. Analysts are already predicting that a performance leap this big could help Apple grab an even bigger piece of that professional market. Now, Windows would still have the majority, no doubt, but that projected 35% share for Apple would be a huge gain. It's going to attract all those pros who are obsessed with performance per watt, getting the absolute most power for the least amount of energy. That's a battle the modular market has a really tough time winning. You know, it's so tempting to look at a chip this advanced and think, okay, this is it, we've hit the ceiling. But the M5 is definitely not the end of the road. So let's take a look at the view from here and think about what could possibly be next for Apple Silicon. This timeline really puts the crazy pace of all this into perspective, doesn't it? 2020, the M1 kicks off a revolution. 2023, the M3 comes along and refines the whole formula. Now, in our hypothetical 2026, the M5 arrives as the true AI powerhouse. So what could be next? What's the next frontier for a potential M7 chip in, say, 2028? Well, following this trend, the focus is probably going to go even deeper into AI, moving beyond just making tasks faster to enabling brand new predictive workflows that we can't even really imagine today. Okay, let's bring it all home for the final verdict. We've looked under the hood at the specs. We've seen the potential industry impact, and we've glanced at the future. So the big question remains, is this theoretical 2026 M5 Max MacBook Pro actually worth all the hype? Let's just quickly recap the most important takeaways. The M5 Max is all about that massive leap in on-device AI. It's not just about raw speed anymore. It's also the ultimate proof that Apple's integrated strategy is giving them a huge lead in efficiency. This machine is basically a magnet for high-end creatives, and it cements Apple's spot at the top of that market. But maybe the biggest thing to remember is this. The whole conversation is shifting from just raw power to intelligent AI-assisted creation. And that leaves us with this one last thought to chew on. For years, for decades, we've measured a pro machine by its clock speed, its gigahertz, its core counts. But as AI gets woven into the very fabric of every app we use, is raw power still the most important thing? Or is the true measure of a pro machine becoming its ability to think right alongside us? That's the question the M5 Max is forcing all of us to ask.